Hey y'all, I'm going to walk you through this morning cooking a gumbo. So I am from south of I-10 in Cajun country, born and raised. I am not from the New Orleans area. I'm not cooking a Creole gumbo. I'm cooking a Cajun gumbo. And in my opinion, it's the real gumbo. All right, so let me kind of just walk you through step by step of what we need here. First thing you need is some Cajun, you said. That's the gris-gris. Next thing you need, I'm gonna kind of just go through all these things. You need the Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity is the starting of any Cajun dish. So it's your onion, your bell pepper, and your celery. I already got those going. And this is browning in some bacon grease from this morning. Judge me. Go ahead. You need a metal spoon that's going to scratch your pot. And then this is a cool ladle that I absolutely love. Both of these utensils are from Ace Hardware in Rain, Louisiana, or you can get them in Ville Platte, Louisiana as well. But you can scoop your juice, or you can strain the juice out to get the meat. Love it, love it. And then this petite roux spoon is super awesome because it fits in the roux jar. Yes, I'm Cajun, I'm cheating, I'm using roux from the jar. Judge me. I got 6 kids up in this house right now. I'm telling you to be scratching the pot all day. So again, I have the Holy Trinity going. That's in the bacon grease. Also, in your jar roux, there's gonna be a layer of liquid fat at the top. I like to pour that in to kind of put that also with my Holy Trinity, just to get things going. So you can choose any type of roux that you want. You can see that I'm making 2 pots of gumbo here because my neighbors are lucky that they live on the side of me, because I'm gonna bring them some gumbo because it's cold outside. And everybody needs some gumbo. So have that. I'm gonna use a half a jar for each pot, more than likely. If you like a thicker gumbo, use more roux, okay? If you like a thinner gumbo, use less roux, it's not that hard. You'll notice I really don't measure anything. I just do. That's how you do it in Cajun country, you just do. So you need some smoked sausage, whatever your favorite brand of smoked sausage is. Smoked sausage, not smoked andouille. This isn't New Orleans, this is Cajun country, we use smoked sausage. I don't like andouille. Anyway, you could use like a beef pork mixture, all pork, beef, venison, whatever you like. Don't use chicken sausage, y'all. Stop. So, and then you're gonna need some chicken. I season it very well. Obviously, being from Louisiana, you can use some Tony Sastries. It does have some heat to it, and it's very salty, so kind of watch it there. You can always add, but you can't take away. And then, of course, slap your mama from the Ville Platte, Louisiana. So you kind of just get your chicken nice and seasoned. Don't try to cook your gumbo with boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Nobody's gonna wanna eat it. I like dark meat, everybody likes dark meat. Leave the skin on, you need that fat for the flavor. You can always take the fat out and the skin out after it has cooked and taken all the flavors out. You need bone, you have to have bone in. Absolutely, without a doubt. So those are the bases. If you wanna take it up a notch, I like to add chicken hearts. And then if you're really Cajun, smoked turkey necks. My husband thinks it's disgusting. Not flavor wise. He just thinks that turkey necks are gross in general. It is the best. So anyway, if you're gonna do it, let's do it. Alrighty, so those are all the things you're gonna need. Also, gumbo is served with rice. So I like to, typically short grain rice is what's used with any Louisiana dish. My favorite rice personally is jasmine rice, so that's what I'm gonna cook. I'm not gonna recommend brown rice. I'm not gonna recommend any type of like wild rice. It has to be some type of white rice, okay guys? If you're gonna eat a gumbo, eat a gumbo. Don't try to make it healthy. You can't make this healthy. All right, so we're gonna brown this until everything is nice and translucent and brown, and then I'll take you to that next step. But this is gonna brown for a good, I would say, 20 minutes, okay? So, all right, y'all, so it's been about 20 minutes. And we have our Holy Trinity is nice and brown, translucent. That's what you want it to look like. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom of the pot. So guys, kind of just a FYI, non-stick pots really don't work, in my opinion, for any type of Cajun cooking, because you want it to kind of brown on the bottom of the pot so you can scratch it. When we say scratch the pot, it's because you want to get that brown. You see how it's brown? You want to get it off. That's the flavor. That's the flavor flav. So we got our sausage nice and sliced. I guess you want to do it about, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 1/4 of an inch slice. That's how I like it. Some people like bigger chunks, whatever floats your boat, okay? And then I have my oven at 400 degrees right now, since I am trying to get this done for lunchtime, which is a little bit of a stretch here, but I got hungry kids. I'm gonna take my chicken that's on here, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, I'm gonna put that in the oven and get that going. Back up, baby. So, 400 degrees, I'm gonna put that, I don't know, let's do that for 25 minutes, just to kind of give it a jump start. And we'll let that cook while I got this going. So we're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You absolutely do not have to do that. So once we have all this going and our roux nice and boiling and stuff, you could always add your chicken in then, and then let it cook for 1 hour, or in my opinion, longer. Probably, you know, 2.5 hours. Get all those flavors nice and together. So the next thing after that, we're gonna put our sausage off to the side, just because that needs to cook for just a short amount of time, really just for flavor blending, not necessarily to cook fully. So we're gonna do our petite roux spoon. This is why I like it. It fits in the jar. Look, it fits in the jar. And it's strong, and it's not gonna bend. So if you grab this, you know, any spoon, yes, this will fit, but a lot of times these spoons are gonna bend because that roux in a jar is so thick. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start scooping in some roux. All right, guys, so the roux is in. So the roux, you will see, has like a sandy like texture, if you will. Maybe not sand, but you'll see when you're scooping it. So, but when you put it in the pot, it's gonna start to melt. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just keep on stirring and get all this just melted up. And then when it gets nice and smooth, have some water nearby, and we're gonna add some water, add some water, add some water, add some water. And we'll just keep on getting this nice and smooth. And then we're gonna add majority of our water, and we're gonna start getting that just kind of boiling and blending in. So while we have this roux kind of cooking down stuff, I'm gonna add a little insert here. So if you read the directions on any jar of authentic Cajun gumbo, it's telling you to dissolve your roux in water. So that means, you know, get your water boiling and then add the roux. I don't do all that. It comes out better the way I'm doing it. But anyway, just a FYI, I don't follow these directions. All right, so let's take a look. We've been adding water. I probably added, I guess, about 4 cups of water, but in 1 cup increments. And you can see how nice and smooth this roux is now. But I mean, look how thick we're still very thick. And that's not what a gumbo is, okay? So we're gonna get some water in here. I don't have one of those fancy things to add water right here on the stove. So I'm gonna have to bring it to the sink. I am gonna add hot water. So I'm gonna get that water as hot as I can, straight from the tap. And I'm gonna add that to the gumbo. I'm gonna fill the pot. So this is a 14-quart pot, I believe. I'm gonna fill it up about halfway, because don't forget, we don't have that meat in there yet. I still have to add my meat. Same thing here, I'm gonna fill it up about halfway, then I still gotta add my meat, so leave plenty of room for the meat. Alrighty, so we have added our water in. You can see it's kind of water mixture mixed with these clumps. Let's get stirring, and let's get this nice and smooth, and let's get all these clumps out, okay guys? It's gonna thicken up as you cook it. We got this one get nice and smooth. But we're gonna let this boil and cook, I would say probably 45 minutes to an hour. Which I know sounds like a long time, but I mean, you got on some good music, you got good company, which I don't. I got all these toddlers up in here, but I should be teaching them how to cook for me, right? I'm gonna get there. Right now, I think the hospital bill will cost too much. So, all right, we get this stirring. You cooking your gumbo, girl? All right, guys, so you can see this is getting a whole lot smoother. I did this one with a little bit less water. My husband really likes a thicker gumbo. And this one I did just a regular style gumbo. It's a little bit thinner. Again, it's your preference. And then I'm gonna add some more time to this chicken that's baking in the oven, just because I want this to go ahead and cook down a little bit more. So I'm gonna add probably another 20 minutes to the chicken in the oven. So that's gonna be a total of, I don't know what I told y'all. I'm gonna guesstimate 45 minutes in the oven. I'm telling you, we don't keep track of time. We don't keep track of how much. Cajun country, we just cook. That sounds good. So anyway, I'm showing you how I do it. You don't really leave your gumbo unattended when it's boiling, because it will boil all the way to the top and it'll boil over, and then you just have a big mess to clean, and then it's of course gonna smell like burnt roux. So just a little FYI. Okay, so I just took the chicken out of the oven. You can see that it's nice and brown. And the kids are nice and loud in the background, I'm sorry. But anyway, any good flavor and juice like this is not gonna go to waste, not in my house. So I'm gonna take all this and I'm gonna drain it into this cup, and then I'm gonna transfer it into my gumbo. All right, guys, so you can see I drained the juices from the pan into this measuring cup, and you can see all the fat in here. I'm not gonna add all that, so I'm just gonna take a cup, and I'm gonna skim it and trim all the fat off the top of this. And I'll probably use all this fat goodness in another dish another day. All right, all trimmed up. I'm gonna kind of just pour half and half. A little extra flavor. All right, so with clean hands, let's add the chicken to the gumbo. I'm just gonna kind of evenly distribute since I'm doing two different gumbos. All right, guys, adding in that sausage. This is about 20 ounces of sausage for a pot of gumbo. You can add more, you can add less, whatever. And then we're gonna add some turkey necks. This adds, in my opinion, great flavor. If it's not your thing, don't put it in or cook with it. and then just take it out. Use it for flavor. And then of course we're gonna add some chicken hearts. Again, you don't like chicken hearts, don't put chicken hearts. If you wanna do some chicken gizzard, that's super delicious in a gumbo as well. I wouldn't recommend chicken liver just because they have a strong flavor, but hey, if that's your thing, go for it. All right, we're gonna let this cook for about an hour, maybe even an hour and a half or two. The longer it kind of just cooks together, the flavors will mend. However, if you like for your chicken to stay on the bone, the longer you cook it, of course it's gonna fall off of that bone. But to me, if that chicken's off the bone, even better. Pull those bones out and get to eating. All right, so this gumbo's been cooking for quite some time. We took out the bones and all that extra skin. You can see that it's a nice thick gumbo. So now you want to put your rice in a bowl. Get you a ladle. Put you a nice big scoop on top of that rice. Oh yes, 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 yes. Here, if you want more meat and not so much juice, this ladle has the straining feature, which is so nice, or vice versa. If you want to pour the juice in your bowl and you want to keep the meat in the spoon, you can do that as well. So, you want more juice than you do rice for sure with the gumbo. And if you have fresh parsley or some dry parsley, kind of dab that on top and you get to go. You got yourself some gumbo. Stay warm, enjoy. Subscribe and follow me along as I do some more Cajun stuff around the house.
It's not good, it's delicious. It's amazing. Is it good?
Ça c'est bon.